Thunderstorm coverage likely tonight as low pressure moves through. Low 58. Leftover shower tomorrow with rates of sun up to 73. Canada, still sunshine and dry Saturday. Temperatures warm at 57 and rainy right now, going up to 63. I'm Bill Degger of the WCBS Weather Center. WCBS this time, 11:30. Good morning. It is Thursday, May 26th. I'm Maria Garcia. Here's the latest from the WCBS newsroom. The British are fuming over leaks about the Manchester bombing investigation, and they are blaming the U.S. President Trump, meanwhile, says the U.S. will get to the bottom of those leaks with possible prosecution. Lecturing NATO members today, he says many don't pay their fair share to cover defense costs. A Republican congressional candidate in Montana accused of body slamming a reporter, and there's an audio recording of it. We're going to bring it to you. The NCAA gives the okay to the ice of ours for track. In sports, the Metros Padres tonight this afternoon Yankees-Royals game has been laid down. WCBS this time at 11:41. British authorities are said to be outraged at a series of leaks about the investigation into the Manchester suicide bombing, and they are blaming us, the U.S. On their arrival at the naval center in Brussels, Prime Minister Theresa May said she intends to speak to President Trump about it. I will be making clear to President Trump today that intelligence shared between law enforcement agencies must remain secure. Meanwhile, President Trump says his administration will get to the bottom of the leaks in order to review, and says those responsible should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The leaks include a picture of the remnants of the bomb to the New York Times, and the release of the name of the bomber before it was publicly known by Britain, or publicly identified by Britain. And the reaction to CBS News senior foreign correspondent Mark Phillips.
So that information can be used to pinpoint where this thing might have come from, and that would indicate to the people who were on to the same with the release of the name of the bomber. The police here have tried to keep that quiet, they say now, for about 36 hours, because obviously releasing the name ticks off potential associates that they're on to them.
That's CBS News senior foreign correspondent Mark Phillips. President Trump is in Brussels, lecturing NATO members today on paying up to cover defense costs.
These grave security concerns are the same reason that I have been very, very direct with Secretary Stoltenberg and members of the alliance in saying that NATO members must finally contribute their fair share and meet their financial obligations.
Mr. Trump says 23 of the 28 member nations are not paying what they should, and it's not fair to the people of the U.S. He says many of these nations owe massive amounts of money from previous years. A reporter for the Guardian newspaper said he was body slammed yesterday by the Republican candidate at a special congressional election that's being held today in Montana. There's an audio recording of the alleged assault on reporter Ben Jacobs.
Last time I did the same thing, you were Guardian, yes, the game is full of hospitals. And last time I did the same damn thing, you just body slammed me in front of my glasses. Get the hell out of here.
The candidate, billionaire businessman Greg Gianforte, is now charged with misdemeanor assault. At least 3 Montana newspapers withdrew their endorsement late last night after he was charged. CBS News correspondent Meg Oliver has more on the incident.
Fox News correspondent Alicia Acuno witnessed the attack and backed up Jacobs' account, writing, Gianforte grabbed Jacobs by the neck with both hands and slammed him into the ground. Gianforte then began punching the reporter. Gianforte was on top of Jacobs. The account from both reporters contradicts the statement released by Gianforte's office, which said Jesus aggressively shoved a reporter in Greg's face and said Jacobs grabbed Greg's wrist and spun away from Greg, pushing them both to the ground.
Gianforte is running to his seat that has been held by Ryan Zink, who resigned to become Secretary of the Interior. The NYPD has arrested a 16-year-old in connection with a fight that ended with a stabbing of a PS-35 in South Dixon. The teen identified as Juan Gomez from Washington Heights as a charge of attempted murder and assault, who reportedly has a history of more than a dozen arrests. WCBS time 11:34.
The five board now sales event on this Memorial Day, just sign and ride with 0 down, 0 due, and 0 first month payment on select 2016 or 2017 vehicles. Like the Ford Escape, the SUV that's ready for adventure, the power of available vehicle boost, and an available hands-free Ford Fusion with available enhanced active march assist technology. And a Bill Ford F-150 with best-in-class payload. So hurry into the 5 Ford Now sales event this Memorial Day and just sign right off in a new Ford with 0 down, 0 due, and 0 first month payment. Only in your local Ford store or 5fordnow.com today. Offer not valid on Ford Super Duty, Transit, Connect, and Econoline. Take new retail delivery from dealer stock by 5/31/17. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Driver assist features are supplemental and do not replace the driver's attention, judgment, and easy control of the vehicle. F-150 when properly configured. Class of full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds. TDWR based on Ford segmentation.
WCBS News Time, 11:37. A lot of Americans are moving south and west. CBS correspondent Jim Taylor has the details.
Most of the fastest growing cities in the country in the south. Most of the rest in the west. 4 of the top 5 are in Texas suburbs like Conroe, north of Houston, Georgetown, north of Austin, and Frisco outside of Dallas. Census Bureau says the largest one-year population increase posted by Phoenix, gaining more than 32,000. Jim Taylor, CBS News.
The best city for recent college grads is the East Coast. Here's Bangery.com.
Our analysis found that big expensive cities like New York and always is in fact news for recent college grads, and that they instead should look to inland cities like Houston and Minneapolis, St. Paul.
New York ranked 129th overall. Jersey City came in at 120. Cities were judged on the job market, affordability, and lifestyle. Checking your WCBS today, cloudy, breezy, cooler. We will have rain at times, perhaps a thunderstorm as well. Rain will be steadiest this morning. Later on, it's going to get better. High going up to 65 today. Tonight looks cloudy, couple of showers, thunderstorm below 58. Smaller clouds, limited sunshine, breezy and milder. With a shower or two, the high 73. Right now we are at 57 degrees. Rain still coming down. WCBS News Time, 11:37. Traffic and weather next, and we have delays on the path.
Using an overpriced trash bag, pricey. A bag that breaks, windy. Or a smelly bag, dingy. Time to switch to hefty ultra strong trash bags. Now for a low price. There are best bags yet with Arm & Hammer odor control, and they cost less than glass. So you'll be happy. Ultra strength, ultra savings, hefty ultra strong. All for a low price. I'm at Walgreens are released fast because my allergy symptoms were in full force. Feeling that little itch in your throat, then comes the runny nose and sneezing. Luckily, there's always a Walgreens or Lane B nearby with a wide selection of Walgreens brand allergy products, so I can find effective relief at a great price. Plus, Walgreens helps me find the right relief fast. Sneeze you later, allergy and Walgreens at the corner of happy and healthy. Now with cards select Walgreens brand allergy products are $14.99 through May 27th. Visit directly.
WCBS News Time, 11:38. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 8th. Jim Feldman at the CBS News, ShaggyOffers.com. Weather now.
And we've got some good news on the Garden State Parkway southbound before the Pascack Toll Plaza. That accident has been cleared away, so all lanes have been reopened. And you've got delays Newark World Trade and Journal Square 33rd Street. That is all because of signal failures. Back to the roads. All lanes now closed according to CBS Highway Rick on eastbound 78 west of exit 13 as they're still clearing out that accident and a fuel spill. And now we've got another crash on the Garden State Parkway southbound exiting in Aberdeen Township. The exit ramp that is currently closed near State Thruway southbound right after exit 11 at Niagara crash. And also on the Thruway Route 17, you have an exit there northbound. That's reported, so just watch out for that. Still a little slow if you're traveling in Connecticut on the southbound Connecticut Turnpike between Fairfield and Darien on Long Island. Moving very well in Brooklyn. That flooding continues to block the right lane. Northbound BQE at Cabot Plaza. You've got construction delays in both directions on the Bell Parkway around the Bill Mason Drawbridge. Jackie Robinson Parkway, we're seeing some delays eastbound as you're approaching the Huguenot Interchange. There's some construction and road sweeping there to watch out for. Still about 45 into the city. GWB from 1895. The Lincoln and the Holland Tunnels moving very well. Try Taco Bell's $5 naked chicken chips box. It's got 6 chips with nacho cheese sauce, a crunchy taco, a burrito, supreme, and a drink for just $5. Our next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS.
And rain still coming down. We're bigger than the WCBS Weather Center with our update.
More rain expected across the Tri-State for the remainder of the morning hours. By this afternoon, and neighbors on around tonight with low pressure moving through. Low 58. Tomorrow clouds and breaks of sun. You had the work week with a shower or two. Will be milder. High 73. Not a bad start to the holiday weekend Saturday with some sunshine fading behind clouds. High 74. I'm meteorologist Phil Daker in the WCBS Weather Center.
And currently we're still at 57 degrees and still raining. WCBS News Time 11:40.
Of all the big sales for Memorial Day, here's one on beds and mattresses that's worth a special mention. You'll find it at Charles P. Rogers Beds, where they've been making beds since 1855. For years, Charles P. Rogers has been the secret source of designers and antique dealers. Right now, the Rogers Factory showroom in Manhattan and New Jersey are open to the public. Hundreds of beds you can't find anywhere else are on sale. Play beds, platform beds, upholstered beds, brass and iron beds, sea beds, trundle beds, and oh, so comfortable mattresses. Take an extra 10 to 20% off already reduced prices. Plus, get free delivery. Every bed is beautiful. Every mattress, oh, so comfortable, including the price. At Charles P. Rogers Memorial Day sale. Now at 26 West 17th Street in Manhattan and Route 17 in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Open every day, including Sunday. Don't miss the extra savings now through Memorial Day at Charles P. Rogers Beds. 26 West 17th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues or 300 Route 17 North, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Phone 800-272-7726 or on the web at charlesprogers.com.
Guys don't really talk about antiperspirant. Despite that, 91% of Dove Men Plus Care users recommend it. Here's what they said. It blocks the respiration. Comfortable. Like a smell. Plus, it's hard to say quite right to it. The worst thing at the gym. Hours that we were down from our meds, yes. Dove Men Plus Care antiperspirant. Tough on sweat, not on skin.
United States Postal Service. We don't compare your product to its destination. We deliver your business, representing you and all of your hard work with pride. It's almost as if you're the one showing up to the customer's door, greeting them with a smile. Because when you ship with the United States Postal Service, your business becomes our business. That's why we deliver more e-commerce packages to home than anyone else in the country. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
WCBS News Time 11:42. The annual top 10 list of best beaches is out as we head into Memorial Day weekend and the unofficial start of summer. Number 1 is Florida's Siesta Beach. A beach in our area also made the list though. Cooper's Beach in Southampton. And Coast Guard Beach on Cape Cod is on the list as well. That list is compiled by Dr. Beach, also known as Florida International University Professor Stephen Lederer. He considers several factors in judging the beaches, including sand and water quality. WCBS News Time 11:43. Time for today's Travel Minute.
I'm Peter Greenberg, and this is today's Worldwide Travel Minute. In the last 2 months, we've seen the same situation, repeated a half dozen times on at least 5 separate airlines. Passengers versus flight crew, lawsuits, and out-of-court settlements. Every airline ultimately responded with the same general apology, but they were shocked and saddened that what happened did not reflect their core values and culture. Others might argue that the viral videos the world saw might in fact confirm those core values and culture. There's a huge difference between aspirational values and operational values. For many years now, airline management has told their frontline employees all the things they're no longer allowed to do for passengers. A strict adherence to the corporate bottom line, generation of revenue at all costs. Those gate and counter agents and flight crews have essentially been told, under threat of suspension or worse, that they no longer have permission to think in common sense terms to resolve problems. Bad behavior often led to worse behavior. A few airlines have announced new programs to train their staff. I think they might have their priorities confused. They might need to retrain their managers. For WCBS 880, I'm Peter Greenberg.
WCBS News Time 11:44. Sports is on the way.
Do you have acne or even the occasional breakout with prescription grade Proactive Plus? Your acne can heal and you can prevent future breakouts. Try Proactive Plus 100% risk-free. Plus, get 2 free gifts and free shipping. Take it from me. Proactive really works. Get prescription grade Proactive Plus, their amazing skin purifying mask, and a second gift of your choice. Totally free and free shipping. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you don't pay a penny. Call now. 800-281-8770. 800-281-8770.
One of the reasons is because it's so common. The economy may not be as fast as it was.
Joe Connolly on Business. Morning on WCBS News Radio 880.
57 degrees, still still cloudy and rainy. We are slowly headed up to 65 degrees in Midtown.
Radio.com. Newsyork.com. This is WCBS News Radio 880.
Good morning, I'm Maria Garcia. It's 11:45 time for WCBS Sports. Heading here live at the Sports Desk with Brad Heller.
Marino baseball today in the Bronx. More sponsored by Indeed.com. The series finale between the Yankees and Royals has been rained out, rescheduled for Monday, September 25th. If you had paid tickets for today, you can use them for the makeup game or exchange them for another regular season game subject to availability. So the Yankees settling for 2 out of 3 against the Royals. Luis Severino turned in the best outing of his major league career last night. 8 scoreless innings. Aaron Judge certainly took notice.
They're just commanding pitches. You know, not only his fastball, but his off-speed pitches, he was commanding well. And he just go out there attacking guys, and he was still throwing 98, 99, 100 going to that last inning. It was pretty good.
Also impressive was Jacoby Ellsbury's first inning catch, smashing into the center field wall. He suffered a concussion and a sprained neck on the play. Landed on a 7-day disabled list. Meanwhile, no update yet on the Mets and Padres. The series finale scheduled for Citi Field tonight. Jacob deGrom will start. Series is even after San Diego scored the final 5 runs of the game last night to rally with a 6-5 win. Day 3 of the Giants off-season workouts. The OTAs are underway. Reportedly no sign of Odell Beckham Jr. yet. There were reports that he might show up today after working out with first-round bust Johnny Manziel the last 2 days instead of Eli Manning. NBA playoffs. The Cavaliers can book another trip to the finals and they can beat the Celtics. Game 5 in Boston. Stanley Cup playoffs. Game 7. Penguins and Senators. Winner meets the Predators in the Cup final. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses. They use Indeed.com for hiring. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. Sports at 15 and 45. Brad Heller, WCBS 880 Sports.
WCBS News Time at 11:47. Traffic and weather next.
Ram 1500 is more than stand the test of time. It stands up to anything you throw at it or in it. With active level 4-corner air suspension with multiple modes, you can lower it for loading or raise it for off-roading. Long live tenacity and long live the truck that first knows your needs. The Ram Memorial Day sale is the only place to get America's longest-lasting pickups. During the Memorial Day sales event, 12 qualified Chrysler diesel competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2017 Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab 4x4 for $149 a month for 36 months plus $29.99 choice time. Tax and license extra. Available features based on IHS Automotive DI or registration data for all brands of GVW 1-2 pickup trucks continuously sold in the U.S. since 1988. Dr. Ram has the highest overall percentage still on the road. All 1-877 Ram 572-232. Requires dealer contribution to lease your online financial and 26 charge for each mile over 30,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 531.
South Nassau Community Hospital congratulates WCBS on its 50 years of news coverage in New York. South Nassau Community Hospital and WCBS 880, 2 great brands that have stood the test of time.
Flying from LaGuardia Airport, leave extra travel time to get to your terminal and depart. Pre-book your space for $18 per day and long-term parking before arriving at the airport. Consider alternate means of transportation, including public transit. Visit LaGuardiaAirport.com for details.
WCBS News Time at 11:48. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 8 sponsored by New York, New Jersey. Here's your phone. WCBS 670.com weather.
And we still have delays on the path. Newark World Trade Journal Square, 33rd Street. Signal failure on route delays in both directions. Problems also on the subways. You've got signal problems at High Street, so you've got service changes and delays on the A, F, and C, and you've got a track inspection between Conversey Rockaway Parkway and 8th Avenue. So L trains, they're running with delays in both directions. To the roads where you're jammed up still, if traveling on the FDR southbound from the RFK all the way down to around the 59th Street Bridge in Brooklyn, the BQE still have that flooding to deal with northbound around Cabot Plaza in the right lane, both directions between Flushing Avenue and the Kosciuszko Bridge. You're slow inbound. The Wattis is still jammed up from the Verrazano Bridge and Hamilton Avenue. You've got construction now on the Verrazano Bridge, a lower level, both directions to watch out for, and very slow in both directions on the Bell Parkway between Flatbush Avenue and Cross Bay Boulevard. You've got roving roadwork there to watch out for, and in Queens, the LID still slow westbound from the Cross Island Parkway all the way out to Woodhaven Boulevard. GWB inbound still about 25 to 30 from 80, 95, 35 inbound at the Lincoln Tunnel, the Holland Tunnel. That's the best, and still have a disabled vehicle on the lower level Manhattan bound to the 59th Street Bridge. And in New Jersey, still have a fuel spill and an accident from all lanes eastbound
78 at exit 13. Our next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS.
And now let's check in with meteorologist Bill Degger at the WCBS Weather Center. Bill, is it ever going to stop raining?
Yeah, Maria, it looks like it will here. Actually, pretty shortly within the next hour in the city. The back end of the rain now moving up from the south, moving up the Jersey Shore through Monmouth County right now, and it will be moving through the city here over the next hour. And then after that, it's a mainly dry afternoon. It's still quite damp out there. Still could be a stray shower or two, but gone will be that steady rain we have much of the morning. And brought us generally 3 to 4 tenths of an inch of rain. It will be cloudy and cool, 63, maybe even the brightening sky a little bit this afternoon. However, we're not done with the rain altogether. Low pressure moves through tonight, so we'll see numerous showers and even a thunderstorm pop up. Low 58. Behind the low, a stray shower or two left over tomorrow with breaks of sun as we warm to 73. And the long holiday weekend starts out dry Saturday with some morning sunshine followed by clouds, high 74. Sunday clouds, pop-up showers likely in the afternoon, 68, even a thunderstorm around for Memorial Day Monday, but not a total washout with breaks of sun, high 72. But right now, 57, light rain in Midtown. Temperatures across the area range from 56 in Lindenhurst to 58 in Port Washington, on our way up to 63. I'm meteorologist Bill Degger in the WCBS Weather Center.
WCBS News Time, 11:51.
There's absolutely nothing traditional about my small business. And when it comes to technology, I need someone who understands my unique needs. That's where my Dell Small Business Technology Advisor comes in. With one phone call, he sets me up with tailored products and services. And when my advisor is focused on my tech, I can focus on my small business.
Get end-to-end solutions with the help of the Dell Advisor, including PC feature Intel Core processors. Call an advisor today at 877-FIDEL.
When smart businesses need to grow their team, they do it on the site proven to deliver. Indeed.com. According to an independent study, Indeed delivers 5 times more hires than any other job site, more hires than the rest combined. And right now we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job, posting your listing in relevant search results. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Indeed, the world's #1 job site. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
Watching the traffic from above the cars. You are headed to the George Washington Bridge. You need to avoid Trumper 880. Only on WCBS.
WCBS News Time, 11:52. A group of neighbors has won its decade-long battle to save Manhattan's last remaining stop on the Underground Railroad. WCBS reporter Alex Silverman is in Chelsea, where the city has ordered an illegal addition torn down.
A decade ago, Fern Luskin noticed the 5th floor rising like a sore thumb from the townhouse down the block on West 29th Street.
The 4-story rooftop was so integral to the history of this house.
The Gibbons family, who sat slaves at their dinner table on the way to freedom, used the roof to escape when the mob came for them in the draft riots of 1863.
It is the history and being able to visualize that history.
The battle to preserve it came to a head this week when the Landmarks Preservation Commission ruled against the developer, Tony Mamunis.
Well, it took long enough.
Said City Councilman Corey Johnson. The Department of Buildings has an order out. Mamunis, who has not called us back, must tear down the addition in 60 days, or the city will do it and bill him.
It really was a grassroots, neighborhood-led preservation effort.
And a triumph for history.
From Chelsea, Alex Silverman, WCBS News Radio 880.
A new report predicts a 12% increase in traffic deaths this Memorial Day weekend. According to the National Safety Council, 409 people could be killed in crashes over the 3-day holiday. CBS News correspondent Anna Werner says another study by the Institute for Highway Safety finds mini and small cars have the highest number of driver deaths. In a study, the IIHS looked at 2014 model cars or earlier equivalent models. Of the models with the lowest rates of driver deaths per year, more than half were mid-size or larger. 11 vehicles, including the Mazda CX-9 and the Jeep Cherokee, had 0 driver deaths between 2012 and 2015. The 2 large vehicles that made the list are the Dodge Challenger and the Nissan Titan Crew Cab. WCBS News Time, 11:54. Business.
Expressed in the following paid commercial message reflect those of the advertiser and not this station.
I'm Ron Reagan, an unabashed atheist, and I'm alarmed by the intrusions of religion.
Job everywhere needs to be to find the right candidate. In fact, over 80% of jobs on ZipRecruiter a qualified candidate in just 1 day. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of pay, only ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for.
by businesses of all sizes. The ZipRecruiter offers the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/talk. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talk for your free trial. ZipRecruiter.com/talk. Whether you own or rent, you know there's nothing quite like a fresh coat of paint in it. Feel new again. Chances are one of the rooms in your home could use some fresh paint. Whether it's a full interior or exterior repaint, a creative mural, or just a fun involved. Getting your home or business painted can be difficult and expensive. From searching for a qualified professional to choosing colors to negotiating price. Not anymore. At paintzen.com, we make painting fast, simple, and affordable. Quotes are free and there's never any extra fees or surprises. Just go to paintzen.com, use code FRESH, and see how easy it is to choose from thousands of high-quality Benjamin Moore paint colors and price out any size job from one room to an entire house. Just go to paintzen.com and take the pain out of painting. That's paintzen.com, code FRESH, and get a fast, free, no-hassle quote. Visit paintzen.com and use code FRESH to get a free quote and $50 off for any home painting project. Go to paintzen.com now. Use code FRESH. Paintzen.com, code FRESH. If your CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may be harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick, that alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP sanitizer. SoClean chills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now, you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-896-7070.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's recommended design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean uses all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-896-7070. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-896-7070. 800-896-7070.
Balance of nature, fruits and veggies. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. 16 hours a day, no problem, to where I could barely walk to the store. I went on to the vital nutrients about 6 months ago, and within a couple of months, my medical doctor had cut my prescriptions down and asked for a little bit smaller dosage. The next time I went back a month later, I walked into the doctor's office and he said, "My gosh, what's happened to you? You don't even look like the same person." He looked at my legs and his feet were gone down, my blood pressure was down, the venous ulcers that I had on my legs for the last year because of the poor circulation were all healed, and I'm feeling far better.
The new challenge will allow you to receive 2 months of Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies free. And we'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2466-751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WABC.
Hi, I'm Laura Smith, and this is Living Better on the Go. Today I'm speaking with Dr. Mark Anderson, Vice Chair of Cardiac Surgery Services and Cardiothoracic Surgeon at Hackensack University Medical Center, now part of the Hackensack Meridian Health family. Dr. Anderson, what are the most important factors in choosing where to have cardiac surgery?
This is a very important question. Certainly cardiac surgery is different. I don't want to minimize any surgery, but heart surgery is... We talk a lot of stuff. Rush is coming up next. I'm sure he's got plenty to talk about. And, of course, drive home with Sean later on. And so, Howie Carson tomorrow, right? Howie? Good. Howie's going to be in. Howie from Boston does a great show, by the way. So he'll be here tomorrow for Mark Simone. And I'll be back in June. I forget the date. It's some days here. And I enjoy it, So it's an opportunity for me to talk to you and for you to talk to me. So keep it up, okay? Follow me at Twitter, at Rob Astorino, on Facebook, at Rob Astorino, robastorino.com. Just don't stop at my house. But other than that, let's talk. And I appreciate it very, very much. The news is coming up next. Stay tuned for another great evening of Mets baseball. I wasn't working there. They need to win. They need to win. Yankee game canceled today. Mets play tonight, right here on your radio station for the Mets. The voice of New York, 710 WOR.
Home of Len Berman and Todd Schnitt in the morning. And the New York Mets, 710 WOR.
the voice of New York.
Radio station.
Well, we got another schlubby, drizzly day out there. 57 degrees right now. It's 12 noon. Good afternoon. I'm Jeff McKinney. The NTSB says today that a Learjet that crashed at Peterborough Airport last week began its turn toward the runway too late, causing it to turn sharply before the crash. Federal investigators say the turn usually takes place 4 miles out. The plane that crashed 10 days ago began that turn just 1 mile away. The pilot and co-pilot were both killed. There were no passengers aboard that small jet. A barbaric and vicious attack. That's how President Trump is characterizing the bombing attack in Manchester, England.
The recent attack on Manchester in the United Kingdom demonstrates the depths of the evil we face with terrorism.
A part of the wreckage of the World Trade Center has been placed at the new NATO facility. Speaking at the new NATO headquarters building in Brussels today, Trump praised NATO for promoting safety and peace around the world. He says NATO will continue to be involved in the eternal battle of good versus evil. The British saying today they will no longer share details of the investigation into the Manchester attack.
The British were furious. Manchester crime scene photos ended up in the New York Times and blamed the Americans for the leak. That and President Trump's sharing of Israeli intelligence with the Russians, ABC News contributor Richard Clark said come with consequences.
If the United States gets a reputation of being a leaky boat when it comes to intelligence, there's the risk that Americans will die because of that, because we won't know when that next attack is going to occur.
In a statement, President Trump spoke of the nation's special relationship with the UK and vowed to get to the bottom of this. Aaron Katersky, ABC News, New York.
And Queen Elizabeth is comforting children injured in Monday's suicide bombing outside the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. The Queen visited victims at a hospital today. She told a 14-year-old and her parents the attack that killed 22 people was, quote, dreadful, and that it was wicked for someone to target both the teens and families. Former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page says he'll testify before the House Intelligence Committee next month as the panel continues its probe into Russian interference in the U.S. election. Page says he has no intention of invoking the Fifth Amendment like former National Security Advisor Mike Flynn did. He says he welcomes the opportunity to provide, quote, actual facts and truths. The president of Metro North is fuming after catching an assistant conductor giving free rides on the Hudson Line.
MTA Giuliani told the Journal News it happened while he was on his way to Tarrytown on a Friday afternoon earlier this month. No one came by to ask him or anyone else for a ticket. Commuters got a free pass. It's unclear whether the worker will be disciplined, but it's believed that Metro North loses millions of dollars a year through uncollected fares. I'm Sarah Lee Kensler for 710 WOR.
There is never a shortage of train news in and around New York City. The city wants to create a bigger sidewalk near Penn Station at the expense of traffic lanes.
7th Avenue between Penn Station and Times Square. Admit it, you're already walking in the street because there's not enough sidewalk. Looks like the city's going to try and make it official by replacing that bus and parking lane on the west side between 34th and 42nd with more sidewalks. Car lanes go from 5 to 4, but at least you won't get killed trying to dodge the sea of humanity that walks that walk every single day. DOT is considering blocks and planters to separate sidewalks from traffic. Alice Stockton, Rossini, 710 WOR.
More people are asking for unemployment help. The Labor Department says weekly jobless claims edged up by 1,000 last week to 234,000. But the figure still came in below what analysts had expected, and it follows 3 straight weeks of declines. Claims remain near their lowest level since the recession. We're at 58 degrees right now, and the forecast is next.
There are a lot of tax relief firms out there. Which one do you trust? Well, there's a company that wants to help you. These people you can trust. There's a guy at Rush Tax Resolution. If you owe your IRS over $10,000 or are under audit, don't call the IRS on your own. You'll get creamed. Call 855-IRS-CALL. The number call, 855-IRS-CALL. 855-477-2255. We all know we're David and they're Goliath. The folks, though, at Rush Tax actually like with the IRS because they love winning for their clients. They are experts in IRS's Fresh Start program, can stop levies and garnishments fast, and can help you settle your taxes for the lowest amount possible. Call 855-IRS-CALL. The number call, 855-IRS-CALL. If you owe the state or IRS over $10,000 or are under audit, don't call the IRS. There's a company that wants to help. 855-477-2255 or go to rushtaxresolution.com. 855-477
877-2255 or rushtaxrevolution.com.
Here's your WOR Weather Channel forecast. A wet afternoon today with periods of rain and a high of 61. As they get the Mets game in tonight, the first pitch temperature near 59 with showers and a few rumbles of thunder as well. The overnight low down to 57. Scattered showers on Friday with a high of 74. Then a partly to mostly cloudy weekend with highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. I'm meteorologist Jeff Marr.
This report brought to you by LifeLock. Your personal info for sale on the dark web. Monitoring your credit can't show you, but LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code RISK to save 10%.
And the markets are plowing ahead. The Dow is up 53 right now, 21,064. The Nasdaq has climbed 36 to 61.98. S&P 500 sitting at 24.13. It is added 9 points. This portion of the news is brought to you by LifeLock. Use your personal info for sale on the dark web. Monitoring your credit can't show you. And LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code RISK. Save 10%. Next news comes at 12:30. Breaking news at once on 710 WOR. Wake up Len Berman and Todd Schmidt in the morning. 6 till 10 tomorrow morning. I'm Jeff McKinney. 710 WOR, an NBC News radio station where it's 57 degrees at 12:06.
The Sean Hannity Show. Today from 3 till 6 on 710 WOR. Now, it's the Rush Limbaugh Show.
And media assassination of Donald Trump continues today. We will document today's assassination efforts, primarily being led by the New York Times in stories that they admit that what they're reporting never happened, such as the Russians trying to influence Donald Trump last summer. When nobody thought Trump was going to win anything, the New York Times says they got anonymous sources who the Russians were trying to influence Trump way back then, and in the end of the story, they say there's no evidence that that ever happened. So why report the story in the first place? So I sit here and I marvel at these ongoing efforts in Montana. Ladies and gentlemen, I must join the chorus of people condemning what happened out there. This manly, obviously studly Republican candidate in Montana took the occasion to beat up a pajama-clad journalist, a pajama boy journalist out there. The story is he grabbed his neck and threw the guy to the ground because the journalist was being insolent and disrespectful and whiny and moany and accusatory, and the manly, studly Republican simply didn't realize that in the big stage you can't do this kind of stuff and kick the guy's ass to the ground. This cannot be. This must be condemned.
I wonder how many people in Montana now going to vote for the guy, though.
Welcome, my friends, 800 to it. I'm serious. What are the early voting numbers out there? I'm confused. I've seen that 70% have early voted, and another story, 30% have early voted. Today is election day. There's a brave newspaper out there. The brave newspaper withdrew its endorsement for this studly, manly, brutish Republican. His name is Gianforte. His name is Greg Gianforte. And he didn't like this reporter. Indistinguishable from your average millennial man today. Virtually indistinguishable. He's from the UK Guardian. And so Gianforte, he just kind of lost it out there. Then they made a statement. They released the tape, and the statement didn't match up with what you hear on the tape. And so now Gianforte is being routinely condemned and criticized by no less than Nancy Pelosi. Grab only going to sound like number 24. I mean, even Paul Ryan today was asked, do you think you should apologize? Well, hell yeah, I should apologize. I mean, this is not the kind of thing we generally approve of. You know, beating up on journalists. But again, you have to wonder how many voters in Montana. You just have to wonder how many voters in Montana. Here's Pelosi's what she said.
To see this person who wants to be the one representative
treat people harshly like that. That's his motto. Donald Trump's his motto. And we've really got to say, come on, behave. Behave. That was outrageous.
That was outrageous. When did Trump beat up a reporter? It hasn't happened, right? Trump's never thrown a reporter to the ground. The opposite. It's beyond proof, folks. What's going on is beyond the proof. And now the leak story has now taken on new levels here. That, like the UK Prime Minister, Theresa May, we just had to lecture Trump in a meeting today for what the New York Times is leaking about details of the bombing in Manchester. And no Trump has anything to say about what ends up in the New York Times. But apparently U.S. intelligence sources leaked whatever they knew to British media and other media, and pictures of the bomb, remnants of the bomb, and so forth appeared. UK Prime Minister very, very, very upset, and is going to call Trump on the carpet for allowing this and making this happen. Does she not know? Does she really not know that Trump has nothing to say? What's this? I go through the news. I'm telling you, folks, it is surreal. Now, back to this Montana election for just a second. This is yet the third special election this year. If you count the primary runoff in Georgia, this is the third one. And there's a pattern. There is a formula for the way the drive-by media reports these. And you can see it here in the headline. It's salon.com. Republicans are scared about the Montana special election. And this was written before the incident where the millennial pajama boy reporter for The Guardian was just unacceptable, brusquely and brutally thrown to the ground like a 125-pound dish rag. Headline the story, Republicans are scared about the Montana special election. That's how this stuff starts out. There's the formula. Leftist news media says Republicans are scared. They're nervous. They're fearful. They're red-faced. They're quaking in the corner with fear. They can barely get through the base. Don't worry, because they know that if they lose, it means it's over for Trump. And then polls are cited. The Democrats always do well, or better than anyone imagined they would do. In the polls always show the Democrat challenger maybe winning outright, maybe a little ahead, certainly no less than tied with the evil Republican. Democrat donors from Hollywood and Silicon Valley and New York then poured in millions of dollars to the unknown Democrat candidate who was on the verge of throwing the Trump administration out of office by defeating the Republicans. The Democrats then run a far left nut job as a fake monarch. In Montana, they got the guy wearing a cowboy hat. They've got their far left freak candidate wearing a cowboy hat, trying to look as manly and studly as Gianforte. They've got him out there singing Western tunes on haystacks and in front of barns and stuff with the smell of cow manure all over in an attempt to hide the fact the guy is a screaming leftist, like the 125-pound thrown-away dish rag reporter that Gianforte unacceptably, brutally with his shirt to the ground. And then election day comes. The media's overexcited. They've pumped it up. They've revved it up. They got everybody convinced the Republicans doesn't have a prayer. In Montana, they are doubly convinced now because Gianforte, the manly and studly candidate, threw the 125-pound wet dish rag reporter from the Guardian to the ground, being described as a body slam. Totally unacceptable. Nobody wants this to be part of our politics. You just don't treat the media this way, particularly young millennials who are nowhere near being prepared for this kind of thing. Then the election comes, and the Democrat loses. That's been the case in every one of these special elections Since Trump was inaugurated, the reason these elections exist is because Trump has taken these representatives and put them in his administration. In this case, it's Greg Zinke has been removed from his congressional seat. He been moved into the administration, so that's why this special election. And the formula is they build a Democrat up, the Republican has no prayer, because the Republican represents Trump and the country hates Trump. And the Democrat defeating the Republican is going to signify the country realizes it's made a mistake and wants to get rid of Trump, hates Trump, totally supporting any effort to get rid of Trump, and then the Democrat loses. And they end up blaming everybody but themselves. We'll have to see if the pattern holds. The election is today, and again, there's been a lot of early voting out there. At least 30% have early voted. You have to wonder, of the early voters, they voted before the studly and manly Republican GM40 rudely, unacceptably, intolerably tossed a 125 wet dish rag reporter from The Guardian to the ground. I wonder how many of them wish they could re-vote and change their vote. Well, we don't know. There could be a surge of people staying home that might now surge to the polls. Maybe you can get some polls from Montana. People, but now you're going to have to be careful because anybody can call here and say they're from Montana. So you're going to have to bone up some Montana geography, and you're going to have to be able to ask them questions that only a native Montanan would know. You got it? You know, like ask them where in Montana Sun Valley is. You know, little questions like that as you ascertain where there are, suppose this is a risk that you run, and you say you want calls. Well, I don't do it very much. Now, if there are days where we had calls only from women, that's not hard. I mean, of course, millennial men today can probably fake being women more easier than anybody's ever been able to do it. But back in the old days, it was impossible to do. However, when you say anybody in Montana, please call anybody if they can call from Hawaii when they're Montana. And how do we know? So I just want to know, I want you to be aware up front with it. And I'm not putting out a request for exclusive calls from Montana. Just if there are any of you in Montana who want to call in a weigh in on the local reaction to this outrageous, unacceptable, beneath the dignity of everybody's story that occurred out there. Now, about the Democrat candidate, his name is Rob Quist. And here's a story from about 8 days ago, PJ Media. Montana Democrat Rob Quist silent on genital herpes in tax evasion. You didn't know about this? Rob Quist, the Democrat candidate to replace former Congressman Ryan Zinke, refused to answer questions about his health issues, highlighted by court records in a decades-old medical malpractice suit. The October 1994 lawsuit is a current issue because the Democrat Rob Quist used it as recently as March to excuse more than $27,000 in debt and property taxes that were not paid off until this year. He has used his own medical history as an issue in the campaign, attacking the Republican health care bill. The health issue surfaced on Tuesday in a report by the Washington Free Beacon. The reporter reported on the medical malpractice suit filed in 1994, dismissed in 1996, in which Quist sued surgeon Dr. Rock Boyer over an alleged botched gallbladder operation. So Quist is using his past health issues to prove we need Obamacare is what he's trying to do here. When people look into it, they find that he is a typical lefty. He's whiny. He likes to sue everybody, and he's got hurt. Oh, and there's one other little interesting tidbit here about the Democrat in the special election in Montana. Montana Democrat Rob Quist, a regular performer at nudist resorts. Quist promises to bring the values of rural Montana to what? That's the guy out there in a cowboy hat on haystacks, singing country western tunes. Montana Democrat Rob Quist, locally famous musician, a frequent performer at the Sun Meadow Resort, Idaho's premier nudist resort, for guests seeking a family nudist experience. The website that published the story had to remove pictures because they contained inappropriate images for the family. Quist, running to represent Montana in Congress, featured front and center on the nudist resort's website, playing the guitar with his singing daughter. Both are clothed, though others on the website's homepage are not. So that is the update on what's going on in the Montana special election today. Over across the pond, Trump took it to NATO. He made a speech over there. They've got a brand new headquarters building that is just out of this world. The way Trump opined on it was to say, I don't even want to know what this building cost. I didn't even ask them what it cost. Because Trump knows they didn't pay for it, we did. Trump jumped in there chilly about all the NATO members still in arrears in their dues to NATO. Most people probably know by now, but for those of you who don't, NATO dues are not paid to NATO. Member nations in NATO must instead pledge to spend at least 2% of their GDP on the defense of their own country. There are many NATO nations that are in arrears. This 2% is an annual figure. Some of these nations in NATO haven't paid in years. Trump called them out. Other NATO members were standing there, and these sniveling little leftists all began snickering at Trump while he was calling them out. But he was, in this speech, we've got sound bites that are coming up, he was the Donald Trump of the campaign. So, there are further developments, of course, on the terrorism. There's also a story. Drive-bys are not happening. It appears that James Comey may have been tricked. James Comey, and details are coming up, may have been tricked by a phony document that triggered his press conference on July 5th. There's another story that alludes to the very real possibility that all of these memos that Comey says he routinely writes after meetings with powerful bigwigs may not actually exist. So, hang in there and be tough, folks, because we are loaded. We will continue right after this.
You're listening to Rush Limbaugh,
A big voice on the right
on the EIB network. This is the Rush Limbaugh Show.
On 710 WOR.
Hey, folks, when you are in the market for new window treatments, remember the name Blindster.com. That's blind, T-E-R.com. They've made ordering custom window covering so easy. If you can read a tape measure and turn a screwdriver, you can do the job. Their website has all the information you need to make the job a cinch, and their staff of experienced pros are available if you need any help. You measure, you install, and you save money. And you have nothing to lose, because if for any reason your blinds don't fit, even if it was your mistake, Blindster will remake the blinds in the different size needed, free of charge. You only pay shipping. They even offer a 60-day, that's 2 months, satisfaction guarantee on most products. Visit Blindster.com today. Save 35% on any order, folks. Just enter the offer code RUSH at checkout. Blindster.com. That's blind, T-E-R.com.
Legends aren't born legendary. They are proven legendary. Like the new FN509 handgun. A direct result of over 1 million rounds of testing and a direct descendant of over 125 years of legendary FN firearms. The world's most battle-proven firearm. The FN509. A legend in the making. Find out more at FNAmerica.com.
When my cardiologist told me I needed to take a statin drug to lower my cholesterol, he also told me that it can lower my natural levels of CoQ10. He told me to take Qunol. It has the #1 cardiologist-recommended form of CoQ10, a very important nutrient for a healthy heart and healthy blood pressure levels. Qunol, with 3 times better absorption, has the #1 cardiologist-recommended form of CoQ10. Take Qunol, the better CoQ10. Meet Jack, high-tax Jack Chitterelli. He supports jacking up your taxes. The gas tax? Jack it up. Income tax? Jack them up, too. The sales tax? Jack it up. No surprise. High-tax Jack Chitterelli usually votes with Democrats. High-tax Jack Chitterelli. Bad on taxes. Bad for Jersey.
Meet Kim Guadagno. She's not like Jack. Kim's plan cuts property taxes and saves middle-class families hundreds of dollars each year. Kim will audit every single dollar spent in transit and public employee sick pay abuse, slash fraud, abuse, and waste. The choice couldn't be clearer. Only Kim Guadagno is offering real relief for real families, making New Jersey more affordable. Kim Guadagno for governor. Better. Paid for by Guadagno for Governor, Inc. P.O. Box 31, Metuchen, New Jersey.
If you want to work until you drop, reduce your standard of living in retirement, or lose more of your hard-earned money in the stock market, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to generate a steady, predictable income, I'm talking real wealth and financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. A free report is now available that reveals the money-making secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. It reveals how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and wealth-building power without risking your money in the Wall Street casino. To get your free special report, visit bankonyourself.com. That's bankonyourself.com. iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. The easiest way to get what you want. Listen to your favorite radio station from anywhere. Hear a song on the radio you love, just tap and instantly download it to your phone. That's easy.
Daniel Young from ACDC on iHeartRadio.
Plus, creating playlists. Also easy. iHeartRadio. The easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app now. Last Berman is State of the Morning. Tomorrow from 6 till 10 on WOR.
Come on, folks, go ahead. Go ahead, admit it. You are addicted to this show. Rush Limbaugh on the EIB network at 800-282-2. Okay. Gonna head to the phones here. We have Joe from Billings, Montana, leading off. Great to have you, sir. What's up? How's it happening?
Russ, glad to talk to you. I'm on my way in a few minutes to vote out here, as a matter of fact, and I wanted to say that if every in the country picked up a reporter and threw him to the ground, it would increase my chances exponentially of voting for them. No kidding. Absolutely. Every single Republican candidate for the House, of course, there's no election for 2 years, but if they wanted to pick up a reporter and slam them, I would donate until I was bankrupt.
Now, you realize you are openly endorsing the inflicting of pain.
Well,
Ben Jacobs is the reporter's name, by the way, and I think he should put some ice on it. But anyway, what were you saying?
I would say, I do realize I am openly advocating inflicting pain, but maybe it's for the greater good.
Inflicting pain for the greater good.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the more reporters get thrown down, first of all, we might have better reporting and less rude reporters. That's one thing. And the other thing is we might have smarter reporting in the future, although we can never guarantee such a thing.
Now, how would that work? How would slamming a millennial young male reporter to the ground increase the reporting?
I think perhaps reporters might be more polite. That's one thing going forward. And perhaps they might think through. If you look at it,
I understand your thinking. They're thinking if they ask the wrong question, they're going to get beat up and thrown to the ground, and that might change the way they ask the question. Is that right? It might be more respectful. Well, there you have it. There's our first voter on the way in endorsing the action of the Republican
Canada, Bridging Point. And of course, we here at the VIP Network, we thoroughly and wholeheartedly condemn faultless behavior at Walmart.
The voice of New York. 710 WOR.
And we've got 57 degrees at 12:30. Good afternoon. I'm Jeff McKinney. President Trump today says the Manchester bombing was a, quote, barbaric and vicious attack on our civilization. Preliminary findings from the NTSB say the Learjet that crashed in Peterborough last week began its turn toward the runway too late. And ocean investigators on the scene in Huntington, Long Island, where a set pool collapse killed a man. This report is brought to you by LifeLock. Is your personal info for sale on the dark web? Monitoring your credit can't show you. But LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com. Use promo code RISK. Save 10%. Cloudy with rain today. High of 61 degrees. More rain likely tonight. Down to 57 overnight. And then tomorrow, cloudy early. Showers in the afternoon. And a high of 74 degrees. Next news at 1 o'clock. Breaking news at 1. On 710 WOR. I'm Jeff McKinney. 57 degrees. It's 12:30.
Now, talking with you on WOR. Bernie Anastas. Would you rather write a book or direct a movie?
Direct a movie.
Tell me why.
Because it's action, it's self-on, it's right, instead of reading a book, it's actually, you can do it right on and show people exactly what it is that you want to set a movie about instead of writing a book. Did I write the movie or the book did I write?
I'd like to direct a movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think I can let people know the proper roles to play and a good video.
I think you'd be a good director.
Yeah, a little experience. I think I'd be a good director.
Yeah.
I would choose to write a movie.
Why?
I want to make every teacher I've ever had over the years proud and to be a success and write a beautiful novel.
That's a great idea.
I would probably write a book because I don't think I would be skilled enough to direct a movie.
What do you think the book would be about?
Probably about happiness and life.
That's the structure. Talking with you on 710 WOR. I'm Ernie Anastas. See you at 6 o'clock on Fox 5. Does your company need secure computer server hosting for e-commerce, HIPAA healthcare, or PCI compliance? Atlantic.net provides a full range of hosting solutions, including firewalls, intrusion detection, backups, and much more. With fully audited hosting solutions and 23 years in business, they won't let you down. Bring focus to your core business and let Atlantic.net take care of all your hosting needs. Call 888-618-DATA, 888-618-DATA, or visit Atlantic.net. Atlantic.net. Wesley had IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Coming after my house, my car. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
Wesley called Optima Tax Relief.
Oh, they were great people. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-960-1575. 800-960-1575.
Formula E, the fully electric race series debuts in New York City. Don't miss this must-see summer event on Saturday and Sunday, July 15th and 16th, when Formula E makes their way to Red Hook, Brooklyn. 10 teams and 20 drivers will battle it out on the track, competing for the series championship. Enjoy a fun weekend with live entertainment, driver autograph sessions, and much more. Grab your friends and family. Come witness history in the making. Get your tickets now. Visit FIAFormulaE.com/NYC. Formula E fully electric racing July 15th and 16th.
You're unique. The Wiser mattress, one size fits all. Because a custom mattress costs thousands until now. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, where you can buy a mattress online, customized for you, for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Go to HelixSleep.com, answer a few simple questions, and we build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on. Shipping is free, and you have 100 nights to try it out. Go to HelixSleep.com/radio and get $50 off your order. HelixSleep.com/radio. Sean Hannity, today from 3 till 6 on 710 WOR. Now more of the Rush Limbaugh Show.
There is an eyewitness to this event in Montana. The eyewitness is Alicia Acuna, who is a reporter for Fox. But according to the drive-by media, we can't believe what Fox says, right? If Fox makes it up, Fox is obscene, Fox is outrageous, Fox needs to be done away with. That's what they say at Fox. So do we really have? I think I'm just a guessing. I'm not criticizing Fox. I'm just telling you what they think. Party, and the millennial 125-pound dish rag reporter from the UK Guardian, Ben Jacobs. This is, let's see, this is Bozeman, Montana. It was at GM40's headquarters, and Jacobs approached GM40 to ask about the CBO score of the, oh, by the way, you know, this is a bit of a departure. I'm reminded because I just saw a little story on CNN. Mitch McConnell's out there saying, I don't know where, I don't know how, I just don't see how I'm going to get 50 votes for the House health care bill. I just don't see it. No surprises. The Republicans own the Senate. Well, they run it. They own the House. And the Republicans, I don't know where we're going to find the votes for this. This is just out. This is just. In fact, I've got a Wall Street Journal story today. We even talked about this ourselves. If the Republicans would just really lie behind this agenda, it would be an attempt at assassinating Trump. Irrelevant. Just move this agenda. Just, even Uncle Bob was on CNN today saying so. You've forgotten Uncle Bob is Bill Bennett's brother, lawyer, defended Clinton. And Uncle Bob's out there saying, look, or they, hire your lawyer, whoever you hire, just start moving your agenda. And that's exactly right. Get going on this. The budget is good. The health care reform, all of these things are a good start. Immigration, reason Trump was elected. Anyway, back to the controversy in Montana. This is the audio soundbite of the confrontation as Ben Jacobs approaches GM40 to ask about the CBO score of the health care reform, in which said that it would be 23 million people uninsured. It was a big lie, because an Obamacare insured a bunch of people who were uninsured. This bill will also reduce your health care premiums by $3,000 on average. Obama promised you that Obamacare would reduce premiums $2,500. They went up $5,000 in some cases. And more than that, when you factor in the deductibles, the House bill scored by the CBO that's now over in the Senate, where McConnell says he just doesn't see how he can get 50 votes. I'm so scared, I don't know where I'm going to get them. Would reduce premiums by $3,000. Why do CBO scores always sound like Democrats talking? By the way, they're not partisan. The CBO's part of the Greek game, too. Anyway, here is the audio conversation between Buckley and Natalie Greg G40 and the Guardian political reporter Ben Jacobs. The CBO score is waiting to make your decision on how to calculate it on the television and not and waiting on policy on the later. It's not going to be done. I'm just curious how you got to take it, please. But you know. The last night of the game, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last time you did the same thing, you were the Guardian? Yes, and you just broke my glass. The last time you did the same damn thing. You just body by me and broke my glass. Get the hell out of here. There you have it. You just body slammed me and broke my glasses. And it was witnessed over there by Fox. You just body slammed me and broke my glasses. You did the same damn thing. You do it every time. You just get the hell out of here. The only thing missing was A. Put some lights on. Don Lemon freaked out last night on CNN. Here's what I have to say. And I usually don't talk about this. There have been many threats against members of the media and our family members and people we know that happened, and the public doesn't know about it. It did not happen before this particular election cycle. And it has happened to me and my family. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. This disgusted me to watch this. And anyone who's out there, whether you're Democrat or Republican, whether you like it or not, you should condemn it, you should refuse it. By the way, the idea that journalists were not attacked before Trump came along, you ever heard of this organization called a Committee to Protect Journalists? It's been around since I don't know how long, forever. And it is an organization that exists in solidarity with journalists who are putting their lives on the line to report this around the world. Courageous journalists
in harm's way. This organization is committed to protect journalists. Been around a long time, and the lemon knows that. Up next is George Stephanopoulos talking to Ben Jacobs. We'll begin this morning on
This is still sort of 12 hours after it happens. I'm still trying to get my finger on what's going on, and with the fact that it's someone who's a reporter being thrust into the center of a story, which is not a comfortable place.
Not a comfortable place to be, but it is still possible that then you will take further, perhaps civil action.
I haven't even begun to think about that right now.
Stephanopoulos wants Jacobs to sue Greg G. in the morning. And you hear the journalist say, I'm still trying to figure out here, I'm going to process the fact that the thrust of the center of the story, not a comfortable place. Give me a break. Uncomfortable being the center of the story? It's just the exact opposite if you ask me. Anyway, Senator Paul, we go to Deer Lodge, Montana. Patricia, great to have you on the EIB network. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Rod.
Hi, what's happening? How are you?
I'm great. I'm a big fan of Lynn Lister a couple years.
Well, I want to hear that. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you for everything. You made me very smart and very well educated. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. What's up?
I'm here in Montana. I'm going to go in a little bit after work. But I just wanted to say, Rex, I think the bigger message about, I feel Jim Forte was not in the race, but it hasn't changed my mind. I'm still going to support him and stand by him and support him because he's a better candidate. Rob Smith has no message. It's just that he's totally going on what the liberals stand for. We've got all kinds of left money, Rosie O'Donnell, and
What do you think? Let me ask you a question here since I've got. What do you think, Patricia, this guy Chris performing at nudist colonies? They have events like Wind Against the Skin. And then he goes out there and plays his guitar and goes,